At this time last night, we were at George Mason University. About midway through our live town hall, Guns in America, President Obama took questions from me and members of the audience, including NRA members, gun rights advocates. The back and forth got tense at times. It was a wide-ranging conversation, a chance for President Obama to talk face-to-face with his critics as well as supporters. Our Gary Tuchman was watching the event from a Florida gun range with a group of gun enthusiasts. Tonight, he reports on their reaction.
At the Okeechobee Shooting Sports Range in Okeechobee, Florida, they shoot before the sun goes down. And after it sets, we join people who fire guns here in front of the TV in the range store to see what they will think about what President Obama says during the CNN town hall meeting.
How many of you think it's a good idea that Barack Obama took executive action? It's pretty silent here. None of you happy about it.
The president will have to do some convincing.
What can you say to somebody tonight to convince them that you don't want to take away everybody's guns, that you're not coming for their guns?
Well, first of all, Anderson, I think it's useful to keep in mind I've been now president for over 7 years, and
don't remind us.
Gun sales. The conversation has to be based on facts and truth.
That'd be great.
That would be a novel for you.
As early as the one commercial break, it was clear the president wasn't going to convince this group of much.
I think he's just lying to the nation to allow for his agenda.
And what do you think his agenda is?
To keep on infringing on our Second Amendment rights.
What President Obama is saying is that by taking executive actions that he will make this country safer. Won't be able to eliminate all tragic shootings, but maybe some. Do you not believe that?
No, I don't believe that by taking executive action and being a bully over the existing legislative process is going to provide any resolution like he seeks.
After the commercial break,
this is not a recipe for solving every problem.
It's not a recipe for solving any problem.
This group's feelings toward the president only stiffened. They did not like it when Mr. Obama angrily said it is fair to call it a conspiracy, the ridiculous idea, he says, that he's creating a plot to take everybody's guns away.
Maybe when I propose to make sure that unsafe drugs are taken off the market, that secretly I'm trying to control the entire drug industry or take people's drugs away.
I'm not trying to take your guns, and you can keep your doctor if you want it, and you can keep your health care plan.
When the town hall was over, I asked,
so do you have a better idea than the president?
Yeah, enforce the laws that exist, the current laws that exist.
Criminal laws.
Yeah, the criminal laws. I mean, at the end of the day, the crimes are being committed by the criminals.
Jeff Waite is the owner of the gun range.
When the president says fewer guns would mean fewer violent crimes, you think that is not accurate?
Well, how could you get fewer guns without confiscation?
So when he says he doesn't want to confiscate, you don't agree with that?
How else do you make fewer guns? They don't evaporate.
So you don't trust the president?
No, I don't.
At this gathering, President Obama changed no minds. Gary Tuchman, CNN, Okeechobee, Florida.
President Obama could not have said it plainer last night. He flat out denied he wants to confiscate any guns. As you just saw in Gary's report, though, a lot of people, certainly gun owners there, do not believe him. We asked senior investigative correspondent Drew Griffin to drill down on the conspiracy theories that fuel these suspicions. That's what President Obama was calling them, at least. Where did they come from, and what do they encompass? Here's his report.
A 2-month U.S. military exercise last summer across half a dozen states only added fuel to the fire of conspiracy theories swirling around President Obama.
We did a military exercise in Texas, and a whole bunch of folks were sure that this was the start of martial law.
It was in March, months before the exercises would even begin, that a conservative radio talk show host called it a preparation for civil war. Soon the conspiracy theory spread and got weirder, if that's even possible, when actor Chuck Norris posted on the WorldNet Daily website, the U.S. government says it's just a training exercise, but I'm not sure the term just, he writes, has any reference to reality when the government uses it. Even Texas Governor Greg Abbott gave the theory credence. His tweet, "I've ordered the Texas State Guard to safeguard Texans' constitutional rights, private property, and civil liberties." In a town hall conducted by the U.S. Army, one local resident wondered if the Army wasn't coming for his land.
It is a preparation for martial law.
That's because it is not a preparation for martial law, sir.
That's what you say.
Nothing, of course, happened. The Army trained and went away. But the conspiracy theories never do. Among the right-wing conspiracy theories, President Obama wants to take away land, take away rights, and especially take away guns. And if you think it's just a bunch of internet kooks or fringe radio talk show hosts, former astronaut Mark Kelly, husband of wounded former Congressman Gabby Giffords and a gun control advocate, told President Obama he actually heard it in the U.S. Senate.
When we testified in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, we heard not only from the gun lobby, but from United States senators that expanding background checks will, not may, will lead to a registry, which will lead to confiscation, which will lead to a tyrannical government.
We checked it out, and it's true. One of the senators was Iowa Republican Senator Charles Grassley at a hearing after the Newtown massacre in 2012. Here he is commenting on fears Obama was coming to take away guns.
No wonder millions of Americans fear that the president might take executive action and Congress may enact legislation that could lead to tyrannical federal government.
During the Obama administration, there have been runs on ammunition for fear the government was buying up bulk ammo, even rumors of coming after people who stockpile ammunition. There have been runs on AR-15s and other assault weapons for fear assault rifles would be banned. And the general fear of guns being taken away has led to a general run on guns in stores over the last 7 years. None of it has happened, but the conspiracy theories continue, and those who benefit from them allow them to swirl.
There's an assault on the Second Amendment. You know, Obama's going to do an executive order and really knock the hell out of it.
True or not, bizarre or not, Republicans on the campaign trail won't let the gun theory go. Texas Senator Ted Cruz has even turned Obama Wants Your Guns into a fundraising poster. And he's all too happy to convince you Obama really does want to take your guns.
How is that anything but fear-mongering?
It is actually quite accurate.
And Drew joins us now. After Jade Helm, I mean, obviously the Army did not enact martial law. And did the governor, Greg Abbott in Texas, or Chuck Norris ever admit they were wrong?
No, Chuck Norris walked back some of his comments. The governor of Texas has gone on to move to guns now. He's worried about President Obama taking guns. But these conspiracy theories just get more and more convoluted even when they're proven false over and over again. I'm sure by the commercial break, you and I will be wrapped up in the conspiracy theories going on in this country, which is Obama wants to take away guns, despite what he says. The government is preparing for some kind of martial law, especially down on the border. And the new conspiracy theory with Jade Helm, which is the program that we're talking about in Texas, that might have been just a dry run to see what they can get away with.
Drew Griffin. Drew, thanks very much. Just ahead, the Powerball.
I'm the leading state sponsor of terrorism.